welcome to your November 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. Want to thank you guys for clicking on this video today and giving me a chance. If you're a return viewer or subscriber, thank you so much. If this is your first time, I appreciate you, and I hope that you appreciate this reading, okay? I'm sorry for my Libras. I know you guys, this video is late, but life, I'm not even going to give you like a big explanation, just life, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and get into it for you since you guys have been waiting patiently. Thank you. I have to add, you guys have been patient. So let's go ahead and get into the reading, okay? The first card is going to represent the current energy of your relationship or your love life right now, and you have the Temperance card. Next card is going to represent your challenge or what's crossing this this current present energy. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, next card represents the energies that you're coming out of in the past. You've got Judgment in reverse. Next card is going to represent your future energies. You've got the Hierophant in the reverse. Next card represents what you want, okay, Libra? And we've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. And so, continuing and rounding out this theme for November with these random behind messages in the what you want position. Almost every sign has gotten a weird card in this position, and it's like, why would you want that? You want the Four of Wands upright, right? Not the Four of Wands in the reverse, but we'll find out what's going on. What your internal factors are for this reading: the Three of Pentacles. Okay, your advice for this reading: Death card. Your external factors for this reading: the Lovers in reverse. Your hopes or your fears, represented by the Two of Cups in the reverse. And your outcome for this reading is the Three of Cups. All right, Libra, let's see what is going on right now. So current energy being temperance, okay? So temperance is about a need for balance, okay? Temperance is about finding your inner peace. It can also indicate healing after a breakup, or that you are okay with moving on from this breakup, all right? Temperance can also indicate that either you're learning to forgive yourself for your past mistakes, or you need to forgive yourself for your past mistakes. So right now, Libra, you are trying to find balance, right? You're either trying to find balance within yourself or find balance within your love relationship. If you are in a relationship, if you're single, you're trying to get yourself together, right? You're like, look, I do want to date, I do want love, I do know that there's some things that I need to kind of work on, possibly even a breakup or something from the past. All right, now what your challenge is, or what's crossing, is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this can indicate the fact that if you're in a relationship, you may not be feeling the love, okay? Maybe you're not feeling the love from your partner. And I forgot to mention, for some, this could even be a Sagittarius that you are dealing with, okay? Maybe a Sagittarius is very important in your life right now. So with the Nine of Pentacles, like I said, in the reverse, that can indicate someone who is feeling unloved, or you've gotten to a point in a situation or a relationship where you feel like, okay, things have to be put on the table because you can't continue to go forward the way that it has been. All right? Things can't be swept under the rug anymore. You guys can't pretend. It's time to just face the facts as it is, because you're not happy and you haven't been happy for a while. So even though you're trying to find balance and you're trying to get it together, your challenge is that you just have not been happy for a long time. Okay, for some of you, the challenge could be definitely another woman. All right, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse can indicate like the other woman, a mistress or a kept woman, okay? So be careful for that. All right. Then we go ahead and we move on to your past energies, and you have the Judgment card in reverse. Okay, so in the past, it can indicate that you may have been wrong about someone. This can also indicate that you have a past history of holding on to disappointments or holding on to, the past itself. Okay, so maybe you're coming out of this, and that's why you're in temperance now, because you're trying to come out of this phase of holding on to, things that have happened to you, or holding on to, a bad situation, or holding on to hurt, or unable to let go of things that happened to you before. Okay, so now you're coming out of this. Possibly for some of you, could even have been dealing with someone who was a Scorpio. All right, but now, like I said, you're trying to find balance in your situation. Now, for your future energy, you've got the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, so for some of my Libras, this can definitely indicate the ending of a marriage. All right, for others, it represents a broken tradition. Okay, so that's why I say it could be marriage, but it also can just indicate a relationship that others feel is unconventional. Okay, it's representing two people who argue because they can't find common ground or they can't see eye to eye. This represents someone who feels like they're always right, like they're the authority on everything, and that's it. So if you don't want to listen to what they have to say, there's going to be conflict and there's going to be, disagreements. Okay. For others, this can indicate your inner voice being blocked. All right, because basically you may have ideals that you live by, but if things are not working out that way, maybe this is you not expressing or not speaking up for yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the future. We get the Wheel of Fortune also in the reverse. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this could represent possibly the ending of a long-term relationship. All right, Libra. So for some of you guys, you are finding balance within yourself, and maybe finding peace for yourself means moving on from a situation that you've been unhappy in. Okay, so in the future, this represents you coming out of that situation and moving away from, just basically putting an end to something that did not make you happy any longer. All right, for others, this represents issues in your relationship that come up that you cannot ignore any longer, and you're already here. So that basically is telling you that if you don't resolve these issues here, they're just going to carry over for you going forward. All right, so if you can do that now, nip that in the bud. That's what the Death card is telling you, right? But we haven't gotten there yet. So, what you want, my Libras, my beautiful Libras, you want the Four of Wands in the reverse. So what I'm feeling, what I see for the Four of Wands in reverse in the what you want position is maybe you're trying to find the good in a negative situation, right? And that's what a lot of people want to do when you're in a relationship, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship. You're still trying to find the good, even though everything has not been good for a long time. You're still holding out. You're not ready to just give up yet. Okay, so that's for some of my Libras. For others, you absolutely want to end this. You don't want this commitment anymore. Okay, maybe you're in a commitment and you no longer want to be in it, or maybe there was someone that you wanted to commit to before, right? But you realize that that's not what you want anymore. Okay, this not with this person. Okay, so that's why you get this in the what I want position. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Four of Wands in the what I want. And we get the Tower in reverse. Okay, so first, it's like the Tower. I think Virgo got Death in this position. Someone got the Ten of Swords. Someone the Nine of Swords. It's like, why do we want these things? But on a whole, right? And you know, I don't really do a lot of astrology. I'm into astrology. I know a lot about astrology, but that's not my strong point. So I tend to keep that to my more personal conversations. But if you know anything about astrology and anything about Jupiter transits and what's going on, Jupiter transited into Scorpio until next year. So when Jupiter is in Scorpio, things are coming to the surface. Okay, things are being exposed. Anything that has been like kind of hidden is just kind of bubbling up to the surface. So I feel like a lot of relationships are being exposed for what they are right now. Okay, so some of us have been in situations for a long time because we've just been in these situations. And now we're either reevaluating, we're realizing that, look, we cannot stay in the situation the way it is any longer. Okay, there's no points anyone being happy. Maybe where everybody's waking up and they're like, look, there's no need to be unhappy in a situation. Either we can work together to figure out how to make it work, or we can move away from each other, because staying together and making each other miserable, who has time for that anymore? Okay, this is not the past. It's like we're holding on to traditions, or we're trying to live up to traditions of the past in a society that no longer respects those traditions, right? So everybody's struggling because you want to be in a marriage, but then we're in a culture, the me first, the attention seeking narcissist culture, where, a new partner is at the tip of your fingers. Everybody's keeping in touch with their exes, okay? People don't fade away because people don't lose numbers anymore. Even if you lost my number, you're going to find me on Facebook, you're going to find me on Instagram. So I'm ranting because the tower has shaken me up, and it's in the reverse. So to explain this, okay, this is a situation for someone who, they're like, look, I know I don't want this with this person anymore. I know things have to end. Maybe you don't want a sudden shakeup. You don't want anything that's crazy, but you know that it's been coming for a long time. So you do want it to finally get to a point where it's ending. Okay, that's for some of my Libras. For others, this tower in the reverse just indicates that, like I said, you know that this situation isn't right. And you're probably stalling because you're trying to figure out a way to work it out. Because, like I said, some of you are still trying to see the good in the situation. So you just want to take your time to get to this transformation. All right. When the tower shakes things up, it doesn't necessarily always mean an end, but it means an end to how things have been before. So for some, you want that to be a slow process. You don't want to just shake everything up all at one time. But guess what? When you have the tower and the wheel of fortune in reverse and the hierophant and temperance and judgment, it's really not up to you, Libra. Okay. Things are going to happen the way that they're supposed to happen. There's a lot of karma in this reading. And there's basically saying life, the universe, life, God is stepping in and saying, look, I've given you time and you have not been able to work this out on your own. So I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to step in. Okay. You haven't done what needs to be done. So this is what's going to happen now. Okay. These things are going to happen, and that's it. You're going to have to move from it. You're going to have to roll with the punches and move forward. Internally, your internal factor is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so at your core, all right, whether this is a conscious or a subconscious thing, you want to work things out. You want to work with your partner. Okay, you want to work towards a healthy, positive relationship, whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship already. That's naturally where you're coming from, Libra. Okay, so that is your internal factor. That's what your driving force is. And that's probably what's kept you here for so long, is that want to, come together, or trying to find that common ground, trying to find a way to work things out with this person, or, with your partner. And it's about efforts being appreciated. So it's like you continually put your effort into finding this cooperation and hoping that you get appreciated, but obviously you feel here that you have not been appreciated. Okay, you feel like your efforts have been in vain with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the advice. And it's very clear with the Death card. Okay, so this is the end. All right, this is the end either of how things have been. So some of you are going to end a pattern. You're going to end the way that the relationship has been. You're going to go through that transformation, okay? You're not going to resist the change anymore. Even though you want to resist it, your advice is not to resist. Go with the changes, roll with the punches. If you have to reevaluate, your living arrangements or your living situation, go ahead and do that. If you have to reevaluate your job situation because you're spending too much time at work and it's affecting your relationship, go ahead and do that. If you have to reevaluate the way you communicate with each other, then go ahead and do that. But something has to be done, because obviously your way of doing things hasn't been working. You're not always right. Okay, as much as we want to be right, we're not always right. Judgment in reverse is saying that in the past. Okay, probably in the past you have seen things or judged things inaccurately. You have assessed situations inaccurately. Okay, so now with this temperance and you finding this balance within you, it's like, okay, face the facts. All right, and accept what the part you have played in this whole entire situation, because it's not always the other person, right? There takes two to tango. And if I'm stepping on your foot and you're not saying anything, that's your fault as much as mine. Because the first time you step on my foot, I'm going to tell you, hey, 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 whoa, you stepped on my foot, bro. You stepped on my foot. Now, if I continue to let you step on my foot, then we're both at fault here. But if I don't say anything and you're accidentally stepping on my foot, whose fault is that, really? Okay, can I be angry with you that you're doing something and you don't even know it's hurting me? Come on. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. So for others, it's just going to be a straight up end of the situation. You need to straight up just go ahead and end it because you know it's no good. You know it's no good. You know it's no good for you. You know it's been hurting you. You know that you've been unhappy for a long time. You know that in the future it's not going to get any better. So why hold on? Why hold on? If you don't have to hold on, fine. If it's a situation where you need to take your time, then by all means, take your time. But be real, face facts, and make those changes, okay? In your life, in yourself, in the way you view your relationships, in the way you approach your relationships, in the way you treat your partners, okay? Now we move on to the external factors, and we have the lovers in reverse. So this can indicate that, your partner might not be in love with you anymore. And that's just the way it is. You guys might not be in love with each other anymore, but this person, the person that you're dealing with, the person that's on your mind when you watch this video, their feelings for you are not the same as they once were. Okay? Or maybe they don't view you as, that soulmate anymore. The connection is just fading between the two of you because of all this time that, you guys have spent not addressing your problems and not addressing the issues, not seeing eye to eye. Okay? You've got the lovers in the reverse. It's like there's a lack of love, there's a loss of love. All right? For my singles, this can just indicate that there aren't any options right now. All right, there's not any options right now within your love life. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clarify the lovers, and we get the Two of Wands. All right, so for some, this just represents that, it's about choosing, it's about having, it's about paths, right? Choices, which direction are you going to go? And maybe people see this in you. Maybe people see you that you're at a phase where you have some decisions to make. Are you going to continue to be the old new, or are you going to continue to be the new you? So until you make that decision, no one's really going to come forward if you're single, right? No one's going to come forward because they see that you're in an indecisive state. All right? You're not at a place where you're able to accept love. You're not quite ready yet. You want it, you're trying to balance it out, you're trying to get there, but you've got to deal with, whatever is going on in your situation first, or whatever is going on within you. Because if you're single and you want the Four of Wands and the Tower, maybe you don't even want a traditional relationship. Okay, and with this Hierophant in reversed here, maybe that's what it's saying. Maybe you just, because of, like I said, the way society is right now, and maybe because of past issues and past situations, going forward, you probably don't even want a traditional relationship. Okay, I don't see the Ten of Pentacles in here anywhere. I don't see anything else. All your, other than the fact that you like to work things out and you like to have cooperation in your relationships, there's nothing here that's really saying you want commitment. Everything is saying that you don't want commitment. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you are honest with yourself and if you're honest with the people that you come in contact with, there's nothing wrong with that. So maybe that's what this death is. Maybe you're having a death of this pretend, trying to be what society wants you to be, and you're not able to do that anymore. So you're going to put an end to that, and you're going to open up, and you're going to be who it is that you actually are inside. You're going to go after what it is that you want, all right? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This can also indicate a Sagittarius or a Pisces, All right, so maybe, like I said, some of you are in a relationship with a Sag, some may be in a relationship with a Pisces, and going forward, things are either going to end or you guys are going to change how you're going to change the guidelines of your relationship. Okay, the Two of Wands is also about like balancing, because twos are about balance, right? So it's about balance. Temperance is about balance. Even the Wheel of Fortune is about balance, right? Because either you're balancing your luck, so either you're going to have good luck or the tides change, right? So that's, in a way, that is also balance. All right. So that is your focus. And maybe people see that about you and they see that, what you're working to find your balance. So, you may have people who are interested, but they're probably just waiting for you to get where you need to be. Okay. And then also, it can indicate, like I said, if you're in a relationship, that you and your partner both have choices that you need to make. All right. Your partner definitely has a choice to make. Your hopes and your fears for this reading is the Two of Cups. Okay, so you fear that you're going to lose this person or that you're going to lose this relationship. And maybe this is someone that you really do care about. But for whatever reason, in a relationship, you guys just don't work. And maybe, because of the things that have happened and because of what's been going on and being unhappy for so long, you may be afraid that if you end it, you're going to lose this person. All right, but that's where communication comes in. That's where expressing yourself and talking about it and being honest comes in, because if this person isn't feeling the love either, maybe this person hasn't been happy for a long time. So you're trying to find balance. This person hasn't been happy for a long time. The love is not there anymore. So they might already know. All right. So if you just have that conversation, and maybe it's time to downgrade your relationship to a friendship. All right. Because the outcome is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is more of a friendship card, celebrations, good times. This is not necessarily, a relationship card unless it's a three-way relationship. All right. So for some of you, this indicates that, you may get to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? We don't work as lovers, but we can work as friends. We can be friends because we do care about each other. And, we have known each other for a long time. All right. For others, this does equal celebration. So for some, maybe you do have this conversation and you do work things out and you do find a way to move forward and celebrate your relationships together, whether that be marriage, a bridal shower or something like that. For other Libras, this death and transformation advice, if you take it, you are about you are going off to explore yourself, okay? You want to explore your sexual freedom, your sexual nature. You want to um don't want to be tied down to one person, okay? This Three of Cups is about having fun and just, kind of exploring your sexuality. That's what I've been trying to say. I don't know why I've been beating around the bush. So, I'm going to go ahead and clarify. And we get the Knight of Wands. Okay? So, definitely for some of you guys, you're just going to explore your sexuality. You've been in a situation where you've been repressing yourself for a long time because you might have been trying to have a traditional relationship with one person. And maybe you felt guilty all this time for, the things that you've been doing, and you're trying to find that balance. But maybe finding that balance in your life is giving yourself the freedom and putting yourself in a situation where you can freely express your sexual nature, whatever that may be. Okay, whatever it is, whether it's just going out and dating multiple people, maybe it's, boundaries and fetishes and pushing, the limits, or whether it's just the fact that you're able to sleep with someone and not feel guilty about it and not feel like you're cheating or not feel like that you're hurting or someone or you're breaking someone's heart by being who you want to be. Okay, Libra. Woo! These readings, November, I think I'm so excited. I'll share this with you guys because they came. But I got a new deck and I'm really excited about this new deck. And I think I'm gonna just start on the December readings like now, and just kind of play around with this. I like it. I like different cards. Like I love the Rider Waite and the cards. Like I love this deck. This is my favorite deck, the Morgan Greer. But I wanted to try something new, and I don't even remember where I saw these, but I just love like the imagery. It's it's kind of soft, and I'm gonna share this with you. So yeah, Seven of Cups. Look at this guy. He's got the wizard, the cups. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to use these. Oh, look at the Eight of Swords. Mm. So anyway, that's your reading, Libra. Um, but I don't feel like I'm telling you anything you guys already know. I think sometimes we just, we need to know that, what you're going through, there's nothing wrong with who you are inside. Unless you want to hurt people on purpose, then I don't know what to say about that. But if we all are finding our place in this world. Everybody's trying to find their place in the world, okay? Some people feel like they found their place and then things happen, Wheel of Fortune shows up and you realize, "Oh shoot, I don't have a handle on things." And there are people who feel like they've been doing things all wrong, and then you realize, a lot of people have been doing things quote unquote all wrong. Because what is right? Okay? What is really right for you? What is doing the right thing anyway? All right? And that's what you need to figure out. What is the right thing for you? All right, Libra? So, good luck, my guys, my gals. I mean, I feel like, unless you decide to stay in this situation and let, karma and everything step in and break it apart for you, I feel like you'll have a better outcome if you do it yourself. Okay, you might just be able to maintain this friendship. From my singles, I think you're going to realize that, wanting this traditional commitment, not to say that you're never going to be in one, but some of you, I don't even think you want that right now. And you're going to realize that you have options other than, um, this just being in a commitment. Because deep down, that isn't what you even want. And there isn't, not to say that you have options in that, because for some of you, there's just not even any options right now. All right, because you still are in a place where you need to get yourself together. You still need to find that balance for yourself. All right, guys, so I hope this reading resonated. I will see you guys next month. If you want a personal reading, go ahead and contact me. I've been doing a ton of personal readings from this channel, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the dialogue. I'm loving, I love these relationship chats. So I've actually opened up like guidance sessions now where if you want to get a reading, you can call and, we'll do the reading on the phone. If you just want to call and talk about something, like you can order a reading, I'll still do a video reading for you. And then if you want to add the 30-minute or the 10-minute guidance sessions to it to talk about the reading, you can do that. So just go ahead and check out my websites. And if you have any questions, you can email me directly at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All right, Libra, enjoy your Novembers. And I will see you. Well, it's only one November for all of us to enjoy, correct? So let's enjoy November, and I'll see you guys at the next reading. Bye.